following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Buckinghamshire, England, weighing in at 210 pounds, Kit Wilson.
But right now it's time for the most charismatic man in all of WWE.
Certainly getting the action started with the bop sweeping the WWE Universe here. Blake Howard alongside Vic Joseph, the voice of NXT, and you're really bopping over there.
Kit Wilson. This is a great song.
Listen, I know it's already #1 on your Spotify playlist for 2026.
And look, I'm not the only one. Did you not see social media going ablaze with what Cody Rhodes had to say about this man and this theme? Look at the pearls. Look at the hip jiving. Look at this man go. He is bringing Germany to their feet.
Europe certainly loving themselves some Kit Wilson, a true leader in masculinity, and looking to get his victory here in his return to main event. And Kit certainly sweeping the nation here, Vic.
Oh, and apparently he's going to grace us with his voice.
What a treat.
There is an ever-growing problem of toxicity in this locker room. But there is something much worse, and that is Berlin, Germany. Yeah, the football, toxic. The men before me, all stoic and silent, toxic. The Wiener Schnitzel, the food, toxic. Germany, what I'm saying to you is you are toxic. Toxic, toxic, uber toxic.
Uh-oh.
I think he was pointing and saying you were toxic.
It was not pointing at me, he was definitely pointing at you. That toxic colored suit you're wearing.
And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 210 pounds, Ilja Dragunov.
One of the realest, raw, and most intense superstars in all of the WWE. Time to unleash the Mad Dragon for the second time ever here on Main Event.
This is a man who, the intensity is in his eyes. The fury is flowing through his body. This man is at 100 miles an hour all the time. You see him walking around, whether it's a hotel, on the street, in the airport. There is just, I have to keep using the word intensity about this man because it's unreal, it's unbridled. I have never met a man more intense than Ilja Dragunov.
And Vic, you've certainly called a lot of his matchups in NXT, and from NXT to Monday Night Raw to Friday Night SmackDown, that mantra has never changed.
It certainly has not, and you can hear everyone right now here for Main Event, everyone on their feet, everyone's fired up for both these superstars.
And Vic, as we heard last week on Friday Night SmackDown, Ilja Dragunov had a conversation with General Manager Nick Aldis. Is Dragunov ready for the WWE Championship?
Whoa, I think Ilja Dragunov's ready for anything. You know, you talked about calling a lot of the matches for Ilja Dragunov. Let's look at Kit Wilson as well. I'm having flashbacks to NXT UK. Yes, we are here in Germany. We're here overseas. And these two, I remember from the very first day they walked through the curtain, the very first day they both entered into a WWE ring. And for Ilja Dragunov, former NXT UK champion, former NXT champion, former United States champion, yes, he is certainly ready to possibly one day be the World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE Champion.
As we see that intensity ramp up right here as Kit Wilson trying to fire away right now. And you talked about Ilja Dragunov being a former United States champion. Vic, what did he establish in his reign as U.S. champion?
Established himself as the future, right? We talk about it on NXT when Booker T and I are sitting with each other. It is the year of opportunity. We're still very early into 2026, but what's around the corner? The Royal Rumble. Then what are we on the road? The road to WrestleMania. Opportunity is aplenty for every man and woman in the WWE, and that includes Tuesdays on NXT.
As Dragunov right now looking to reestablish himself, of course, in the upper echelon of Friday Night SmackDown. 7 successful defenses over 63 days as U.S. champion. Almost ended it right there, but heads up by Kit Wilson. Slithers to the outside, creating some separation.
I've been very impressed with Kit Wilson. You know, we always question how would he transition to a single standout, moving from the tag team ranks. This is another tough test. And the one thing, whether you like him, you don't like him, you can make fun of the man if you want. He has never backed down from a challenge. Think about these superstars he has faced in singles competition.
As Kit right now remains in control. Vic, we saw it at the top of this match. We heard it last week on Friday Night SmackDown. Kit Wilson continuing his rampage to end toxic masculinity.
Yeah, now that's what his viewpoint is, and this is a man who's also worn gold in the WWE. You're talking about a former NXT tag team champion. He knows how to get it done. A victory tonight, though, over a caliber of athlete like Ilja Dragunov. This would be a statement victory for Kit Wilson. As a big right hand. Dragunov, though, trying to fight back.
You saw the fire in the Mad Dragon's eyes right there. Kit Wilson trying to stay one step ahead.
Oh!
And Wilson picking up that aggression right here.
We talk about opportunity. How about the opportunity for everyone on SmackDown? There's a new champion, right? It's Drew McIntyre.
Indeed.
There's a championship tournament to crown a #1 contender right now from Nick Aldis on Friday nights. So these two obviously trying to put their name into a possible hat. You never know what could happen.
Talk about opportunity at Saturday night's main event next week. A couple of weeks in the Royal Rumble certainly could change the landscape on that road to WrestleMania.
It certainly could, and the road will have plenty of twists and turns as we make our way to Las Vegas.
As Dragunov trying to create that separation. He's all the way up top. Here he comes!
Oh, Kit had it scouted, knew what was coming, and making Ilja Dragunov pay. Big D cleating uppercut.
Almost a version of Torpedo Moscow right there into the cover, hooks the outside leg. Whew. And Wilson only gets 2.
And as you mentioned, the voice of NXT sitting with Booker T, I would be wrong not to mention also what we have going on with the NXT Championship qualifying matches this Tuesday to see who will qualify to crown themselves champion. A ladder match February 3rd to finally crown a new NXT champion after Oba Femi relinquished that championship back at New Year's Evil.
You have to wonder who has the inside track to become the new king of the NXT universe.
Ilja Dragunov's been on top of that mountain. He's trying to conquer Kit Wilson here tonight.
German suplex, but Vic, he's gonna roll with him.
You see the eyes? By the way, do you hear the WWE Universe?
Right here in Berlin. How about another German?
That time with a release. Kit Wilson might think he's back in a tag team right now.
And of course, Kit Wilson spreading his singles wings. Still has some issues with Matt Cardona, a newcomer on Friday Night SmackDown. But right now, it's all Ilja Dragunov.
Oh!
Measuring up Kit Wilson right there. As Dragunov might be looking for it one more time here, Vic.
With a little extra.
Ooh. Defending the Wiener Schnitzel right there. As Ilja Dragunov, he's gonna come right back in for it again. And Ilja lacing right into Kit Wilson. Whether it's the H-bomb, the Torpedo Moscow, Constantine special, so many ways that Dragunov can beat an opponent. And Ilja might be looking to dial up that H-bomb right here, Vic.
Or he could be looking for Torpedo Moscow.
Has his target in sight. Oh!
Kit again had it scouted. Kit now trying to pick up and boom!
Comes back the other way. Torpedo Moscow. Connection right there, and H-bomb. And Dragunov finishes the job.
Here is your winner, Ilja Dragunov.
Impressive showing, Vic. Only a second ever appearance on main event. Ilja Dragunov looking ready for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Certainly is, and Ilja Dragunov right now showing everything on display that made him a champion before. Can it make him a champion again?
Hallo Berlin! Ich will euch alle gar nicht lange aufhalten, es passiert noch so viel mehr. Aber jedes Mal, wenn WWE nach Deutschland kommt, gibt es nur eine Sache, die diese Sache so richtig wundervoll macht. Und das ist jeder einzelne von euch! Also tut mir bitte einen Gefallen. Dreht heute so richtig auf. Lasst euch gehen und zeigt, dass wir keine Kinder der Traurigkeit sind.
Well, he was victorious tonight